Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate. This is Diamond Painting in Dr. Pepper, and today I'm coming at you with a WIP and chat. It's actually going to be different than my usual ones. I'm going to do Emeralds and Fairy Lights Fall Diamond Painting tag, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do for this WIP and chat, so it might be a little bit shorter than usual. I am starting to feel like I might be feeling under the weather, so I'm going to keep it short and just do the tag this time. I hope you guys are well. I am recording this on Sunday night, the 13th, and I just got back from a trip with my dad and my son to go to the coast for the day, so I'm pretty worn out, but I'm still hoping that I can get this filmed and edited and up for you for tomorrow. I am working on Sweet Treats, which is the Diamond Art Club Disney kit with Mickey and Minnie, and it's very Halloween. And this is actually the second to the last section, and I'm hoping to finish this and this one tonight and be done with this kit, so I'm really excited. I am using a pen from Butterfly Effect Wares, and the putty I'm using is also from them, and I just refilled it, but I think it needs a little bit more, so I'm gonna get that out and put some more in. Just a tiny bit. That should do it. Yeah, so I hope you have had a good week this week. Mine was pretty typical, just worked and all that stuff. So I don't have too much to update you on, although you will see some interesting footage if you watch my vlog this week, because I did film some of our trip to the coast and that was fun. So yeah, that should come out on Wednesday, provided I can get it edited by then, which will hopefully be the case. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into these tag questions. Like I said, these are from Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Lights, and I will try and remember to make sure and link her video in my description if you want to go check out the original. But yeah, first question, what is your favorite fall drink? Would it make a good drink for your diamond painting time? So I typically only drink one thing, and it doesn't matter which season I'm in. That's typically what I'm drinking, which is Diet Dr. Pepper. But that's not really a fall drink, so I guess if I was going to specify a drink that reminds me of fall, I would probably say either hot apple cider or hot chocolate. But really, I'll drink hot chocolate in any season also, especially winter. So I guess hot apple cider will be the most fall drink I can think of that I actually like. And I don't really drink it anymore because it's got a lot of sugar in it. And so I wouldn't really drink it around my diamond painting. So yeah. Question 2. What is your favorite fall treat? Would you snack on it while diamond painting? So I think I just recently mentioned this in one of my videos, but one of my favorite fall treats is the pumpkin pie blizzard from Dairy Queen. And I typically get those and then, have a few bites every now and again and keep it in the freezer for when I just want a couple of bites. I probably wouldn't eat it while I was diamond painting just because it would take two hands, like one to hold it and the other one to scoop it with my spoon. And if I was diamond painting while trying to eat it, that would give it a lot of chance to melt and get all soupy. So probably wouldn't put those two things together. But unfortunately, the reason I had mentioned it recently is because Dairy Queen has decided not to have them available anymore, and it's not even Thanksgiving, so I'm a little salty about it. But I hope they come back later in the year. I also love homemade pumpkin bread. I have a recipe from a friend, and I love making that around the fall time. And it is so soft and tasty, delicious. I watched Diamonds and Washi do this tag, and she was talking about the pumpkin bread from Starbucks, and I've never actually had that because I don't typically go to Starbucks, but I'm curious to try it and see if it's as good as like the homemade pumpkin bread that I got the recipe from my friend to make. I'll have to try it sometime. Question 3. What is a classic Halloween movie according to you? Do you watch it every year? So my yearly traditions for Halloween are probably pretty different from a lot of people's because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and my dad recorded a bunch of like TV specials for me, and I would watch those every year, and those still have a special place in my heart. So things that you might not have heard of, but that I associate very strongly with Halloween, like there's a TV special called Witch's Night Out, and it's animated and it's really good. Love that one. I love the Garfield Halloween special. I love It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. My favorite ones to watch are the Ichabod Crane Headless Horseman from Disney, which I think more people will probably be familiar with, and a cartoon movie called The Halloween Tree. That one's my absolute favorite. I absolutely love that movie, and I do try to watch it every year. And then as far as actual movies go, probably my favorite Halloween-ish movie would be Casper with Christina Ricci. I really love that one. I don't watch it every year, but that's probably my favorite movie as far as Halloween goes. What is your favorite fall or Halloween diamond painting pen? I don't actually have one. I used to. I had purchased one, and I honestly can't remember which shop it was from. It was when I first started diamond painting. I think it was for the first Drills and Chills that I took part in. And unfortunately, it kind of cracked a little bit near where you would put in the multiplacer, and it wouldn't hold the multiplacers in very well. But it kind of looked like a cauldron, like the bottom part of it was black, and then the rest of it was like a swirly green. So it looked like a cauldron with swirly green smoke coming out of the top, and that was really cool. I just wish it would have been usable for longer. I think I did give that to my son Fletcher because he was okay just using one end of it. And yeah, really cool pen. I need to try and see if I can find some kind of a replacement because I do a lot of Halloween kits, and I feel like it would be good to have more pens to work with that matched. I love matching accessories to my kits. So, question 5. What is your favorite fall or Halloween diamond painting tray? I also don't have a specific fall themed tray. My favorite trays to use are by Munimade, and I just have a few colors that I kind of switch between. Currently I'm using Diamond Art Club trays to try kitting up into them for this kit. But I typically use the Munimade trays, and I have one that's like a yellow, pink, orange magic shift tray. But unfortunately, it's a little bit broken because it's one of the older type that wasn't as sturdy, and I was too hard on it, and it's a little bit broken. I still use it, but I don't think it's really Halloween because it's too bright, and I would consider it more of a like summer vibes. Question 6. Do you have a favorite Halloween diamond painting you've completed? I think currently my favorite Halloween diamond painting that I've finished is actually Halloween Witch by Sarah Mustafa that I did last year. I loved that one. It was the colors, just the artwork, everything about it is perfectly Halloween to me. and I thought it was fantastic. So that was my favorite. However, I think this current one, when I'm finished with it, is going to take its place. I have just loved everything about the colors in this kit and how much color blocking it is and the fact that it's Disney. This has been such a fun kit to work on. The colors in it, like I said, just say Halloween to me. You have the purple, the green, the orange, the black. I think it's perfect. So, yeah, I've really loved working on this one, and I really loved Halloween Witch last year. I do have several in my stash that I'm looking forward to doing that are Halloween themed, so that might change in the future again when I complete one of those, but for now, that's probably my answer. Next question. Do you have a fall or Halloween painting that you're saving for a special occasion? I do have a fall-ish one that is on my rainy day list, and that is actually a kit that's my own artwork. It's A Day's Journey, and up until now, all the kits of my artwork that have been released, I've done right away. And this one, I'm just saving till I need, that feel-good hit of dopamine. And then I'm going to work on that one. And it's got very fall kind of colors. It's a landscape that's like at sunset. And yeah, it just reminds me of fall. So I think that one would count. But then I also have just a ton of Halloween themed kits that I've been hoarding that I try to do as many as I can each year for Drills and Chills. And I am a slow diamond painter, so I don't ever get as many done as I want to get done. So I wouldn't say I'm saving them for a special occasion other than Drills and Chills itself. But there's nothing to say I couldn't do them at other times in the year. I just tend to want to do them most around this time of year. Next, do you have a large stash of fall or Halloween diamond paintings? Oops, I already answered that. Yeah, I do have a pretty good stash of those kinds of paintings. For some reason, I just really tend to like the Halloween themed ones. Some of them aren't necessarily Halloween, but just depict things like witches, which most people would associate with Halloween, but they aren't necessarily doing things that are super specific to a Halloween or fall time. So I'd say yes to that, but maybe it isn't as obvious to others as it is to me, just because I tend to see things as Halloween that other people might not. Do you have a dream fall or Halloween diamond painting you wish would become real? That's a tough one. I have seen a lot of really pretty fall paintings from some of my favorite artists that don't currently license with anyone for diamond painting. Like Lowish is one of my favorite artists, and I love some of her fall paintings. They are absolutely gorgeous, and I think they would make amazing diamond paintings, but she doesn't currently license with anybody. So I would love to do some of those someday in the future, but other than that, I can't think of anything in particular. Do you have a favorite artist for fall or Halloween diamond paintings? I think one of them would definitely be Mrs. Butter D, but she's just probably one of my favorite artists overall. She just tends to do a lot of like witches or things that could be seen as Halloween. She also does a lot that are just blatantly Halloween. So, but yeah, I love her work. Also, Ivy Dollamore has a lot of really awesome Halloween images that I love. I think the first Drills and Chills, I worked on her kit Warm Witch, and it was fantastic. And then Chrisabug also does a lot of really amazing Halloween type images. I think the year before last I did a Chrysabug painting for Drills and Chills that was Midnight Spell, and I loved that one. So probably those are my top 3, I would say. Have you ever tried a Michaels Make Market fall or Halloween diamond painting or project? I have not yet. We do have a Michaels here in town, but it's not somewhere I tend to go very often. So I haven't even gone there this year to like check into what they might have. But there's so much I want to do from Diamond Art Club anyway that I tend to have more than enough to keep me nice and busy. So, would you rather have a painting with majority DMC 310 black or 740 orange drills? This kit doesn't have 740, but it does have 947, which is like a slightly darker orange than 740. And it has a lot of 310. So this kit has kind of both. And I 100% would rather work with the orange drills, and that's just because my eyes have a harder time seeing where to place the black ones because it's so dark on the canvas, and then the drills themselves are so dark that I have trouble making sure that they're going down in the right spot. So that would be my answer. I can still do it. And it doesn't give me that much trouble, but if I was choosing between orange and black, I'd choose orange for that reason. It's just more fun to diamond paint because I can see what I'm doing. Do you like to do any special diamond painting projects? What kind do you prefer, i.e. freestyling, stickers, tissue boxes, pumpkins, skulls, light up boxes? Do mini dazzles count? Because if they do, that would absolutely be my favorite. I love those mini dazzles kits, and I'm so excited. After I finish this kit that I'm working on, I plan to start the Halloween mini dazzles set, and then also maybe do like the Dia de los Muertos one and maybe the fall one. And I'm so excited to get to work on those. So yeah, definitely that would be my answer, is the mini dazzle kits. Ooh, now we're on to the would you rathers. Would you rather diamond paint with the Bobby Boris Pickett's Monster Mash on repeat or Michael Jackson's Thriller on repeat? I think I'd probably go with Thriller because it's such a vibe. I mean, the other one's a vibe too, but it's a little bit of a goofier vibe, and I think that would make me get sick of it more if it was on repeat. So yeah, I think I'd go with Thriller. Would you rather diamond paint with candy corns for pens or use your favorite diamond painting pen but have to use a fall leaf as your tray? Well, either way, you're going to be single placing, right? Because there's no way a fall tray is going to be able to shake those drills into lines for you to be able to use a multi-placer with. So if that's the case, and I'm going to have to single place either way, then I'd say I'd rather use a tray so I could get my drills in a row at least. And then I think it wouldn't be too hard to diamond paint with candy corn. I remember Katie at Diamonds and Washi compared that to maybe like working with a pretty placer. I've never worked with a pretty placer, but I do also kind of think it would be similar to that, where like it's kind of waxy and you can pick up a drill at a time with it. So I think it would work okay. Also, I love candy corn, so that would give me an excuse to, just eat some of them while I was working with them. Would you rather use a jack-o'-lantern as your light source for diamond painting or a fall candle for your light source? Well, that would depend on which one would give me more light, because I need a lot of light to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm trying to figure out whether a jack-o'-lantern would give more light because you could kind of like aim the lower sections toward your painting and it would cast light out like sideways, versus a candle that would only cast light upwards. But then again, they have, some candles that are pretty powerful. I I think I'm probably going to go with the jack-o'-lantern because you could put a pretty strong candle in it, and hopefully that would mean it would be exuding a lot of light, and then you could possibly aim it out the mouth so that you could light up specifically the symbols. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm not sure if it's accurate, but that would be my hope. Would you rather diamond paint on a hay wagon ride or diamond paint in the lobby of a haunted house with a fog machine misting the room? I would be so annoyed if I was on a hayride trying to diamond paint. Like, we'd be bouncing. Those things are bouncy. We'd be bouncing all over. There's no way I could, like, my drills would be sloshing out of the tray. I'd be trying to lay stuff down and it would just like jerk. I'm like, no, that sounds awful. So I'll go with the haunted house. I'm hoping I can still, like, even if it's foggy, hopefully I can still see, like, from my face to the kit, to the canvas. Yeah, I'll definitely go with that. I don't really believe in ghosts, so I'm not too worried about a haunted house. And I feel like I could come in there with my thriller music and just rock out to some jams and diamond paint at a nice stationary table. So, last one. Would you rather switch colors every time a trick-or-treater came by, or switch between single placing and a different multi-placer tip every time you hand out candy? Oof. That's a tough one because I guess I would just have, like, if I was doing the latter, I'd just have several pens set aside ready to, like, pick up the next one to change the tip I'm using. I guess if I was working on this kit, it'd be easier just to switch colors because I hid it up into these trays, so I could just grab a new tray. But I'm about to be done with this diamond painting, so by Halloween I definitely won't be working like this. So I'm gonna go with the switching tips every time because I would just have several pens lined up and ready for me to switch into or out of. And yeah, that's how I'd go about that, I think. I am almost done with this color and pretty much done with this tag. So thank you guys so much for watching. I did not prepare yay or nay for this week because, like I said, I'm kind of doing this quick and dirty because I'm not feeling too great and I just wanted to get this tag done because I've been wanting to do it for a few weeks now. So I'm glad I had a chance to do it, but you might have been able to hear my voice is starting to go out. So that's fun. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here and checking out my fall diamond painting tag. Thanks to Lindsay for coming up with it. Those were some really fun questions. I will make sure to link her video in the description. And if any of you haven't done this tag yet and you have a diamond painting channel or you want to answer the tag questions in the chat, feel free to do so. But other than that, I will DAC you all in my next video. Bye, everybody.